Hey guys, welcome back to Quad V. We bring you guys live coverage of the Qnatek Summer Battle. We're currently watching ClanPoland face off against Western Wolves. ClanPoland are currently the map up as they beat Western Wolves on backlot, a massive 13-10. So still a close game, but either way, they are sitting with the map advantage. We're now moving over to Crash. So let's bring you guys live into the matchup as we are seeing the knife underway. Of course, this now determines who's going to be getting what side. It's down to Els and Chibi. On that note, I am Menace. Alongside me, I've got Pansy. And Pansy, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Really looking forward to this one because obviously, you know, knife rounds really matter, and I think backlot it didn't really matter, but on Crash it does. It's still one of those maps where defense is so favored that oh, and Ono just slicing down the opponent there, which was Els, and now they do get the choice of side, and they've gone for defense as expected. But yeah, I can't wait to see, you know, how Western Wolves react to this because they're obviously now under the pressure. I don't think they've felt pressure throughout this tournament yet, but now obviously losing that first map, which was backlot, they've got to really step up to the plate. So we are going to go live into this one, and why don't you take us into the first round, Menace?
So, as per standard, I do love starting off with the scopes. Looks like Freeze is going to be peeking down B long, and I'd love to see if he maybe finds a little bit of action down there in maybe the form of someone trying to push up, maybe sees Myson or Froz, one of the AKs. Or not actually, he's actually going to be peeking through the little gap, seeing if he can catch off anyone going towards A. Oh no, heard that shot ring off, and he's just going to be spamming away into blue, knowing that he hasn't got a scope to challenge him on the blue area. Now, trying to watch over towards mid. There's loads of smoke from CPL out there on towards that broken wall area, which is very well placed. I'd like to see it maybe a little bit deeper in to allow them a little bit more free movement. Chibi covering in mid. On a shot rings off. Els goes down as he's now actually in hardware. Very nice positioning for a scope. He's got lots of cover to work with. Of course, yeah, I just got to be careful for Freaks. Although Freaks is playing the Stu Wow spot, he is all the way still back in spawn. 40 seconds into the round, which is never a good thing to have for a scope. But then again, if it works for him. Oh, lovely shot there onto Chibi though, as he takes him off there right through the bomb. And it seemed so. Now, Freaks are making his way. I think he wants to go and try and find Ono. I think that's the next big person on his hit list to find. Has heard the shot ring off once again. Makes his way over towards A. They haven't cleaned out A just yet. Myson takes out Fox. And Header's going to be the one that has to come in for the reply. Ono shot through the wall. Takes out Head. Sorry. Yeah, takes out Header. Froz with the deagle onto Freaks. And no way was that shot from Ono. Just randomly wall bangs and takes out that player. What is he doing, Ono?
Who knows? So let's watch the man himself. Let's watch Ono right now as he is on defense with the scope, the more preferred side, but he does not go for the normal shot. He must have heard where Freaks went for the shot before. Trying to counter that, doesn't manage to spot him, so you can imagine Freaks has switched it up, maybe peeking B long. Who knows? Now Chibi obviously waiting for the nades to rattle off towards A just to be safe and secure. You know, they're not taking any chances, but they did seem to miss that one. Header dropping the nade onto Chibi, just really breaking that A defense early on. Now Fantasy has to hold this all alone. Ono surely will support him as much as he can, but CPL really kind of clustered around this broken wall area towards blue, just trying to pick off anyone who dare peek them at the moment, and Ono takes a stand. The Scotsman stands tall and stands brave, does shut down Freezer with a lovely headshot, and now Header has made his way towards A. Evo on the prowl towards B long. Now obviously Evo does manage just to somehow walk into the iron sights of Myson there, who was just hovering around on B bomb curiously. So now it seems as though CPL have lost without direction, but let's see if they can claw this one back. 3v4. Ono under fire. Does manage to recuperate that health and regenerate that a touch, but here we go. Froz does manage to take down Els, takes down Header as well. Froz takes a massive chunk out of the CPL attacking side, and now one man stands in. It's Fox with the bomb, makes way towards pillars, but Froz is there, and what a round from Froz. The man is actually doing Western Wolves proud right now, and he's about the only one. You know, a lot of these players aren't performing like they usually do, and they seem to be struggling towards A in the first few rounds. You know, the nades have really been a massive hindrance to them.
It seems the momentum does slow down as soon as they get anywhere towards blue or the bottom of the broken area. I mean, you can see them run out here in full force, and that's kind of where it starts to die down a bit. They actually have got a player trying to push through the middle, though. Myson's there laying in wait, takes out Evo. Nade from Els takes out Chibi there for the reply. And oh, Freaks and Nade also takes out Myson, so that's a lot of the B defense down. Ono is at the top of B long there, and they've got to be very careful for that. Froz also gets himself a frag there onto Els. And the round starts to calm down a bit as we see ourselves, you don't want to say, entering the midpoint of the game with a player in the advantage of Western Wolves. Now it looks like they're trying to go for the push down towards B long. It's not real much momentum going here at the moment. Fantasy is sitting right here, what someone would complain to be a light glitch, but I guess it's not giving him any advantage at this point in time. Honor there with a scope there onto Fox. Freaks are now trying to make his way by the looks of it over towards A. The bomb is on B long, which is quite a far way away from him. Froz, sorry, that is Fantasy, has actually heard something towards him. We're just going to call it to Froz. Froz is going to get the final kill, take out Freakster, make it 3-0 as Western Wolves really are opening up this map with a bang.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to watch Freaks here as he is on the attacking side with the scope. So he does have a little bit more of freedom than Ono, let's say, for now, because he does get to peek where he wants to really, push whichever side he wants to go down. So he does drop the nade onto B-Long. Doesn't manage to see any players down there. I believe last time he tagged up Myson, but Myson dropping nades onto Header and Owls. Owls with the reply from the grave does take down Tubi. But is it too little too late, as Western Wolves have already done that initial damage, and now Ono pushing up with the scope, feeling rather aggressive just to cover off that A attacking side. Does manage to miss the player walking in there, and it is Evo. Evo now towards A, doesn't have the bomb, but he's still there, so he can make a hell of a lot of damage, but Fantasy's prone to the top of the stairs. He's taking no chances right now, because Freakster is taking a stand finally for CPL, shutting down Myson with that scope, and now it's a 2v3. Favour to Western Wolves. Let's see if they can keep hold of this. Fox now prowling through mid, finds Ono amongst the pillars there, takes him out now, all even, 2v2. Bomb is loose towards A, so I can imagine they're going to have to go that way at some point. And there is a wild Fantasy still in A, so I'd be rather cautious if I was them. So now Fox clearing out lower A, just being very careful and cautious. Froz now trying to help out Fantasy to hold one of his pushes. I believe he's, Froz now just trying to help out his teammate as much as he can, cover off as much space as they possibly can, but Freaks are dropping out the beast mode just to draw the attention away from A, and it's doing just that for Froz is now peeking B long, and it's allowed Freaks to sneak through out of that B link. But there we go, Fantasy held firm, and now the bomb is at A, and the clock is ticking, and Freaks are in a hideous position to manage to get through two players. Here we go, 15 seconds and ticking. Can he manage to find the frag onto Froz? He gets the tag, but not the frag. He's got to be so quick about this. There's no chance. There's 9 seconds on the board, and they're just going to sit in and play very comfortably. Tag's flying out, but they're not going to allow the frag to happen. But that was really unfortunate. I think that was played out really well. And if Fox had somehow just played that a little bit more cautiously towards back A, I think they could have had that.
Yeah, really the simple thing of when you're walking through a door, not just being fixated
to
on
walk straight out.
Yeah, the standard spot. Try and think of something different. I mean, we saw it happening earlier on Backlot, where Fantasy sat on the, just behind the right-hand side of a door, and the players weren't looking that way. We have got 2 players though, a player per team that hasn't actually got a frag. So Evo and Tubi are yet to get frags themselves, and Evo actually picks up his first frag onto Tubi. So Tubi still 0 frags to his name, 0 for 5 for him, while Evo now finally has 1. And with that, we do actually see the A side completely in the hands of CPL. Pretty much all their players are over there. All they have is, I believe, L's still sitting here on T-wall. He's going to be covering the rotate. Myson coming in all the way from the top of the broken wall, which is really unfortunate from that. Such good positioning on that bomb. He won't be able to get one, though. Takes out Froz. Ono just ringing off shots into A, and each one connects. That'll be Evo going down. Al's not making his way out towards the back of Blue. He has got Myson to contend with here at their spawn. And Myson actually going all the way into the spawn building. You've got to be kidding. Al's making his way up. He's hearing loads of noise. He knows exactly where Myson is, purely from using his headset. Myson, though, doesn't seem to be suspecting anything as of yet. And Al should be able to pick... Oh, no, he does not. Myson realizes something dodgy is going on. His spidey senses were tingling, quickly flicks around, and that'll be 5-0 before CPL call a timeout. Yeah,
I don't know what's happening with CPL right now. They just don't seem to be closing out these rounds again. It was almost like the start of Backlot, where they do a little bit of damage, get it down close, get it to the clutches, get down to the 2v1s, 2v2s, and then they just lose them by just being a little bit complacent. And maybe they just need to awaken that kind of sharpness that they had towards the end of Backlot in the first half. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of grief happening now on Tech 9 about this Tubi on 005. Oh, Tubi, you got to step up now. This is the moment, and this is the moment you've really got to do as much as you can. And sometimes, obviously, the game doesn't go your way, so you can't blame people necessarily for being a bad player just because of that. But it just never looks good, does it? It's always in the back of your mind, like, oh, jeez, I'm on 0 to 5.
But now you have the mental algorithm, because every round he's died, they've won.
True, so maybe he is the key factor. Maybe he has to kill himself every time.
There's kind of the controversy. Do you kill your own teammate at spawn and be like, we're going to win this round, we don't need you. Just don't mess anything up. Maybe it's just adding to the pressure. He dies early on and they're like, guys, we really need to play really keen because we're a man down. you know, those little factors that come in there. But either way, 0 for 5 never looks good on the scoreboard.
No, indeed.
Always looks fantastic on Tech 9 though, if you want to take a screenshot.
Yeah, but no. I've got to say, Tubi is a great member of the team, not because of obviously just how he plays. The way he acts and the way he leads his team and the way he acts around his players, he really does do what he should do. So I can never fault him whether he's on 0 to 7, 0 to 10. If you go on TeamSpeak with him, you'll never tell the difference. He's always very much, you know, in the game, and he's very much helping his team. So, you know, big props to him. Hopefully he picks it up. And I'm going to pick it up with him this round, actually. They're back in after the timeout. I'm going to see if Tubi can make his way in A and not die to those nades that have been raining down like absolute hellfire. Let's see. Let's go for the trench route there. Does try to avoid the nades as much as possible. There's a player in lower A rather quickly as well. He's got to be careful because he can push up these stairs. Tubi fluffs it. There was your chance, and you've let it go because now Evo has made his way into A. Pansy now has to clean up his mess. Let's see if he can do it. There's a lot of players converging towards his A site. You can see it on the mini-map. Obviously, Fantasy can't. Freaks are dropping the nade onto Ono. This looks much better for CPL. They're looking strong. They're looking confident. Here we go. Fantasy bursts out towards lower A. Header, though, does manage to drop down to that SMG fire, but Al's clearing up the mess. 4v2. Froz and Meissen in a world of trouble. Froz towards those pillars, and Meissen not too far behind by King's Car. Bomb down in A. The clock is now ticking. Westernals have to get moving. They've got to get themselves towards that site, take out the players, and defuse that bomb. But there we go. Froz comes under a lot of heavy fire, and Meissen has to go for the peak instead of him. Does make his way towards back A, and Meissen flies out, shuts down Al's. Now Meissen worms his way through to A. He's not too sure where the fire's coming from, but it's all kicking off around him. And there we go. Frixer takes down his team, which was Froz, and Evo darts off the stairs. And there we go. First round on the board for CPL, and I feel bad for Tubi. You know, I hyped him up there, and he really did just fluff it, didn't he?
I was about to say, I mean, and now we get to the situation where I've explained this one maybe a couple of times over the weekend that, you know, there's many things that happen in the game, such as aces, 1v5s, things like that. You have to watch and you have to spectate, but a bond, you really have to watch if someone gets a bond. Right, we love Tubi, right? We really do,
I feel really bad for Tom.
A bond will just be awesome. So we do see him making his way towards the back of hardware area. His team currently the man in the lead as he crawls his way around the corner, really being as cautious as he can. He doesn't want to give away too much. He doesn't want to give away his position.
Leaving you, Tubi.
There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now. There's a player coming into the hardware area. Oh,
yes!
He lands the shot onto Evo. And I'm pretty sure every headphone user on the stream just went deaf. And he looks like he's trying to go for a follow-up frag on that BLE side. Not going to be connecting with the no. Is Freakso, who's now your last man standing. 1 versus 4 from him. And if he's able to pull this one off, then wow, we'll have 2 very momentous occasions in 1 round. Shibi gets a frag and Freakso pulls off a 1 versus 4. Now, Froz the only man who has gone down, which means that it's only an AK out of contention that Freakso has to go up against. But he's got to worry more about the player that's directly behind him. Looks like he's going for a couple of unscopes. Unfortunately, Fantasy finally in there with the frag will mean that Freakso goes down. Currently 1-6 on the scoreboard as Western Wolves still seem to be running away with it.
Yeah, indeed, and I do excuse the burst of joy there, but I love Tubi, so it's nice to see him finally getting off that 0 to 5 scoreline, or 0 to 6, I believe it was. So Freakso here does take the peak towards mid, doesn't manage to spot anything, drops out the nade. A little bit cautious of that smoke because it's pretty far up, so you know that click in your mind that hey, maybe they pushed up a touch, and maybe they have because Tubi rains down the nades onto Header, avenging all those rounds where he's fallen to them previously. Froz with the AK fire onto Evo, leaving CPL in a little bit of a tricky situation. Oh no, what a shot out of A. Fancy with a nice little hip fire onto Fox, leaving it all on Als now. And Als is not feeling too peachy here, stuck in spawn almost. AK to hand, he's got to dart away as best he can, and now it's literally like being on E2 because you're stuck right there, and Tubi finally getting his act together, does manage to rack up 2 frags in that round, and furthering the lead on this map where the defensive side is, geez, 6 rounds up? Oof. Painful.
For the time being. Now, yeah, of course, this is now that one time where if you're on the defending side, you're usually very happy if you get 7-5, but I mean, there's still the opportunity that by all means Western Wolves could go 11-1. And it looks like they're definitely on a mission to get that. It's going to be a B push coming out here from CPL to try and make their way down B. And we see the body of Fox laying very awkwardly there against the bin. And it seems like that whole push has been stopped dead. Freaks is able to get a nade out though. Find himself a frag as that ragdoll body with quite a couple of chuckles. Header making his way down. He's actually going to climb up onto hardware. I'm not sure if he's going to find anyone there. He is climbing the ladder, he's making loads of noise. I think he's trying to draw some attention there, but nothing is going to come from it. There's a player in the link area who is that. Oh, it's Honor with an SMG. Actually jumps out, takes out 2 before going down himself. But once again, the damage has been done, and I'm pretty sure the rest of his team will be happy that he got 2 frags before falling himself. Fantasy and Froz up against Header. He's got the bomb with him. He's going to rotate all the way back up towards the top of B long. I don't know if that was a bait, or if he intentionally actually thought of going all the way back up B long. Froz hasn't spotted the cross down the B alley, although Fantasy here at the top of B long should be able to spot it. Actually, he hasn't moved up that much. So Froz and Fantasy are under the impression that Head is nowhere near where they think. Has Head spotted? Oh, he has spotted Froz there at the top of the glitch area. He's trying to tap it away. It's not going to connect though. Fantasy moves in. Froz lays down the covering fire. It's 8-1. Fantastic stuff from Froz there to stay calm at the top of that glitch area, and currently leading the scoreboard with 11 for 3 after a mere 9 rounds. And Fox not looking so good, as he's actually stuck on 1 for 8 at the moment.
Yeah, not doing the impact he was previously. A little bit of complaint about the overlay, guys. Just keep the feedback coming.
Oh, my bad.
Chat. Yeah, no worries. Froz dropping the nade onto Evo though, starting off the round in favour to Western Walls quite comfortably, and Fancy now feeling a little bit aggressive. Tubi on the push though towards lower area. Let's pick up with Tubi, who I clearly love, apparently, according to Tech 9. Tubi doing me proud there, taking down Header with a lovely SMG work, but does get avenged by Owls, who darts around and shuts him down. But there we go, Honor takes a stand for his fallen teammate with their lovely little headshot towards A, leaving 2 players alive for CPL. It is Freezer and Fox, I can imagine. Now Fox stuck in this blue area with a lot of players looking at him. You've got to be careful not to overly peek it. He's doing just that, and Fancy will punish him for being so careless. Fancy darts off A to try and hunt down the last man. It is Freezer towards that B-long area, and Ono drops off with the deagle and takes him out. Now, Western Wolves look like a completely different team. It's like seeing someone from Invite playing someone from Academy right now, and CPL have to change something or do something, because Western Wolves are just running away with this game now.
Now, in all fairness, if I'm not mistaken, this was Western Wolves' first game. So, I mean, their first, competitive match that they played this morning was against CPL on Backlot. CPL had played a match prior to that against MySkill, so they would have had a nice little warm-up before the game. And I really think that does factor in quite a bit, especially the way we can see after Western Wolves have had, I want to say, their warm-up game, and they're playing so much better here on Crash. We do see Evo making his way down the stairs. There is a play here on the bomb, or on the A site. I think Evo wants to go down and just make sure that it is all cleared out. He is spraying through that wall, lands a couple of tags onto Myson, runs out of ammo, and Myson gets a frag. Froz also picks one up for himself. Again, just phenomenal play from Western Wolves to just casually pick up these frags. And we'll see it at 10 for 1 at the moment in favour of Western Wolves.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick up here with Froz. The AKs don't normally get any attention towards the start of the rounds, because normally they don't make that much impact. But Froz, top of the scoreboard, 14 to 3. The man is absolutely going massive right now. So spots on towards mid, drops a headshot onto Evo, following up with a quick nade onto Freezer. But you can see Header's pushed down B long, so he takes a little bit of a prone, trying to find out where this man is. Spots him towards the car. There we go. Froz darts out a link. Finally to be taken down by Fox, but quickly to be avenged by Tubi, taking down the man who just punished him for overly peeking that B-long area, leaving one man standing. It is Owls. He's stuck at blue, and this player is literally converging exactly where he is right now, folks. So now he's darted out towards spawn, misses the shot completely, and now I'm sure he's going to get absolutely sat down for that one. But now goes back towards blue, but there you can see exactly why Froz is doing all the damage. He's not holding back at all. The man is absolutely unleashing fury upon the CPL side. He's currently top of the scoreboard on 17 to 4. And there we go. So, Owls taking the headshot to 1-0. 2 players standing now, Tubi and Fantasy to go. Can Owls claw another round onto the scoreboard? Let's see if he can do just that. Fire coming in from Hardware. He's got a dart away, touches to recuperate some of that health, but he does manage to dart out, and Fantasy's there. And Fantasy with that SMG fire, just closing off any chance he had of getting out of blue. And there, well, what a scoreline. I don't think Western Wolves took that map too lightly, did they?
Not at all. 11 for 1. I mean, Western Wolves need 2 rounds on attack. Now, people aren't, massively friendly with attack. A lot of people dislike attack on Crash. But I mean, when you need to only get one more, as the whole game works, no matter what score the other people get, you always need to get one more than them to get the win. So, CPL setting the standard at a whole 1 round, and Western Wolves need to get 1 more than that. Don't think that CPL have made it too difficult for Western Wolves, and I'm pretty sure we should be seeing Western Wolves take this game. I can talk about comebacks as much as I'd like, but I don't think there's much stopping the Western Wolves side at this point in time. We do see Fantasy though. He's going to have a fantastic spawn. Making his way over towards A. He does actually get caught up by a nade. It's going to be the Scopes nade going out early to try and stop any SMGs rushing over towards A. And it's worked just as intended. Chuby's going to be the next man to follow in there though, and all their nades have landed fantastically back A. And that will mean that Chuby is able to get in there without any competition. Ooh, he does come in a little bit of fire, which I have to dodge out of that one. Freaks lands the shot onto Froz. And Honor taking out Evo. Now, if Western Wolves win this round, it means a tie. Or CPL can win every single round from this point onwards for the win. I'm not saying it's outside the realm of possibility, but it is going to be damn difficult. Either way, though, we do see the CPL players trying to move into this bomb site, working together. They should have just funneled themselves up into the bomb site, though. Myson takes out Freakster. Honor lands the shot onto Header, and it is now all down to a 1-on-1. 20 seconds left on the clock, so Fox has got a little bit of time to work with, but not too much as is. He's going to make his way up the stairs. Oh, he has pre-fired a little bit prematurely, I want to say. Fakes the bomb, goes to look up the stairs. Myson, oh man. Myson's played this one perfectly. He went down the stairs, went all the way around the back, and Western Wolves have secured themselves a tie after winning one round on attack. Indeed,
they're really showing why they're in that org. You know, it was a little bit questionable on backlot, but this is the side we know and love. So picking up here with Ono, taking the peek onto B-Long and taking the game to Freakster there. Punishing for even think he was on the same level as him on backlot. So now Ono now on the push to B-Long. Fancy not too far behind. Picking up here with Fancy. He's pushed his way through hardware. Chuby just behind them. Does try to get off some shots, but Fancy takes down his own teammate. Quickly making up with it with a shot onto Al's. Fox maybe just clawing it back to possibility, but not before he's taken out. So now it's all on, I can imagine. It is Header. Header now makes his way towards B. There's two players alive. There we go. Fancy just doing the damage, securing the map after 2 rounds only on attack. So now I believe it's the third map, isn't it?
It's going to be the third map. I believe that is City Streets. So there we go. These guys are going to be reading up into it. Either way, those guys, that was the second map between ClanPoland and Western Wolves. They were going 13-2, massively in favour of the Western Wolves side. And of course, it is now down to the deciding map about who will take their spot in, I believe, the upper bracket finals. If I'm 100%... No, I lie. They're going to be going into the semi-finals, whoever wins this one. So, currently in the quarterfinals, the winner of this one will be moving on into the semi-finals and will either be facing the winner of Raki and ESPC, or will be facing the winners of Raki versus ESPC, which I believe is currently still going on. None of the quarterfinals games have advanced just yet. Either way, guys, I have been Menace. Check me out. I'm at Menace on Twitter. Or Pansy, which is at They Call Me Pansy. We're going to take a quick little break while these guys do the exact same to get a little bit of refreshments. But other than that, this is Quad V bringing you guys live coverage from the Qnatek Summer Battle, and we'll be right back.